All right. I apologize. We are live again. I have no idea. Apparently, I got hit with some copyright stuff, but I don't know who caused the copyright
Sorry.
stuff. Hopefully, it wasn't, because that would be sad. But yeah. So we are moving on from the play that was, and we're moving. Actually, this might be that same play. Um, it isn't. It is a new play. So we'll look at this play and kind of move forward from here. We'll start from this play and move forward. Hopefully, we don't get hit again with that. If we do, that'll be very, very unfortunate. So, starting with Ryan this time, what do you see here?
A very lucky interception for number 9, number 1. Great athleticism. Javon Dexter, athlete. When he tries, you can really tell. So when he doesn't, though, you can really tell. So, but on top of all that, I think we were talking about this a little bit before the stream. That's his right side, but he's looking so far left it becomes a blind side. And I think we've all noted he doesn't have the best tackles right now. And 29 should have stepped up more and try to get in the way before, but he waited. And all this is coming out of the peripheral. He should have caught it, didn't. Should have felt the pressure, didn't. Poor pocket awareness here. And it's the one time I'm seeing every other blocker hold up a block, though.
Yeah, this is the one time that I've actually seen that happen. All right, Joey, what are you seeing? Oh, Joey might be in the process of doing some stuff here. All right, I can see that we're still playing. So once I see that we get stopped is when I will, if we get stopped, I'll just kind of review without film from this point forward, I guess. But Joey, what are you seeing?
So we're back, and okay, let me see because I haven't seen the play yet. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Just letting you watch the play.
Oh, let me watch it one more time. All right, stop celebrating. Come on. All right, let's see. Let's see if anyone's open. I see that the running back missed his assignment and got crushed and got our quarterback crushed. I don't know if the right tackle or the running back messed up on that play.
The running back, definitely. Well, tight end also.
I don't know if it's Levis's pocket awareness or if it's just. Nah, that can't be on Levis. Well, I don't know. That's really hard.
Matt, we'll go to you. We'll go to Matt. We'll see what he says. What do you think is going on here?
The biggest thing I noticed is the fact that Joey just called Will Levis our quarterback.
Got you.
Yeah, he's our quarterback, man. QB4 it too.
They get.
Oh.
Is a likely scenario? Yes.
But what are you seeing? What are you seeing here, Matt? What's going on?
Dexter had a monstrous game this game. He really took advantage of a horrendous Wildcat line. And just right there, there's just so much pressure. Like, you probably could have hit the running back right there in the flat, but that was going to get blown up. And really, other than all the way, there was really nothing else he could have done in that situation.
Agreed. I thought about this initially as bad pocket presence. And it kind of is. I think, Joey, you're kind of right. That you don't know if it's on Levis or not, or if it's on the fact that his players were bad and kind of off and not reacting fast enough. That's true. I think all of that's true. I think also here we see a bit of the slower processing speed, right? We know every other play he has not trusted his offensive line. And on this particular play now he trusts them. And it doesn't even see that. I don't know who he's throwing to here or what he's throwing to. But his throws should be over here to number 9. And he, for some reason, pumps it. He just doesn't throw that immediately. And we see it here. Look, the throw is here to 9. But he's not looking there. It looks like he's looking at this receiver and this guy who's kind of walking forward. But not, this ball is, it looks like it's supposed to go here. So I don't know what he's doing. But that should have been an immediate play. You see what I mean? I don't know if you guys see that.
He's watching the nickel to see how he reacts.
Right here?
And then he sees him running up, so he doesn't throw it. And then it looks like he's going to end up throwing it to 84, but then he got hit right when he threw it.
That's just a bad play call.
I think it's kind of an all of the above, right? It's, yes, the ball should have been out. I don't think he had the time, right? Looking at what he's looking at here, he knows that this dude's coming off the edge. Like, that's something he knows. He should know he doesn't have time. He hasn't had time all game. For people's knowledge, the very first play of this game, number 77, his right tackle, literally got pushed and looked like a child falling backwards.
By number 1.
By number 1. Now, he just pushed.
Brenton Cox
This
Jr.,
wasn't a bull rush.
who punched a Georgia player Brenton Cox Jr. was also a transfer from Georgia. When they played Georgia this year, he threw a punch and then got let go by the Florida Gators.
Yeah. So again, he's a good player, right? He's missed. Again, this is another situation in which this is the second time he's made a play like this where he's just blown by and blown up a play. But he hasn't had help all night, and now you're gonna trust everybody on your, like, come on now. It just it doesn't make sense there in that play. I understand we say, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, but here I would have liked to see him throw this ball to number 9 immediately. It may get blown up, it may be incomplete, but here he gives up an interception instead of, or a fumble recovery, but I think it's going to be interception. Here he gives up an interception, which is a great interception. I'm lucky. Instead of being what should have been here, which was either incomplete pass or maybe a tackle for loss. But at least he has another play. That's kind of just my thoughts there. Let's move on to the next play. And the stream
went down.
Unavailable again. I think it's because of this tape, this particular film.
Bro, YouTube is on it, man.
Yeah. What I'll do then is, in order to stop this, I will
clip it, download it, play it, delete it.
I'll stop streaming for now. Just we'll let that kind of be, because stop with that. So the stream can come back. I don't know if anybody else can hear me or if the stream can be heard.
No,
No.
That's unfortunate.
So when you stream, to stream, you have to have some type of streaming service like StreamYard. And when you upload the video to YouTube, can you upload it in 1080p, or do you have to pay extra for that too?
It's you have to pay extra for it to be 1080p.
Wow.
It's $480 to do that.
There's no cheaper streaming services.
Not really. Not that a lot. The thing is, you need to be able to get all of your people in.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing really that does it like StreamYard.
Did Jordan use StreamYard?
I think he used the Texans Unfiltered one.
Was
so
it
he
they
didn't have
used?
to pay for it. StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
He was on their account.
Nolf agrees.
Well,
Young Ari move.
Well, Cap said if you split it with him, he'll let you have one of his slots. Might be cheaper for you than paying for.
it's still $240.
Yeah, but you're getting 1080p, which is.
Yeah.
Is it 4K or just 1080p?
Just 1080p.
1080.
Is 4K even more?
Okay, we're back.
Streams back up.
Yeah, streams back up. So apparently, it is the Kentucky Florida game that is causing these issues. So we're just not going to show any more of that film and move ahead. I kind of want to just leave it at the film that we've seen. I have more plays, but because I keep getting hit with copyright things, I don't want to chance it anymore. So, which I find interesting because it didn't have that. We didn't have that case with CJ Stroud. So, that's strange to say the least. Kind of since we can't really show any more of his film, based off of what you guys have seen so far, what do you guys think of Levis?
Very solid in processing, but I mean, he's going to be a rookie. He's going to make a lot of wrong decisions, like we've seen. He's not going to make the right throws, or he may make the right decision, but not get the ball where it needs to be.
Yeah. I might show one more play, but I won't show it for very long. We're gonna show this last play, and hopefully not get copyrighted immediately. And this one is not of as good a quality, so I'm gonna share this. Boom. All right. So hopefully we should be good with this. All right, we got this one play. I'm gonna show it like 3 times and we'll stop it. And this time we'll start with Joey. What do you see here, Joey?
Wow. I think he might have waited too long to throw that. It looks like he should have threw that like as soon as he broke, but just a good play from the corner, to be honest. But I think he should have. I can't really. He should have threw it higher, honestly. If he would have threw it higher and closer to the corner, that would have been a completion touchdown.
Matt, what do you see?
I like the idea, but I was gonna say exactly what Joey just said. He should have took the tight end or up like deeper in the end zone. Because if he does that, then that's for 6. But he didn't place the ball. It just didn't place it very well. So had he placed that ball better, they would have done celebrating in the end zone. But
Ryan?
I mean, his form makes this look like, oh, this is a routine throw.
Mm-hmm.
But this routine throw should be a fade. And I think there's another clip where I see almost the same thing. Bad snap, slow down the process, yeah. But, I mean, throwing a low ball versus a high ball, that's a big difference right there.
Yeah. We'll stop sharing that so I can kind of talk about that play, and I don't want to get hit with copyright stuff again. But what I will say is on that particular play, yeah, there was a bad snap. We can all agree that that's the case. It was a bad snap. He has to pick that up, but that doesn't excuse the fact that his feet are not set. That he's not throwing it with pace, that he's not throwing a fade, that he's throwing this straight there as if there's no defense. That's you can't do that. That can't be done. And the play that we're talking about here, for the other play, hold on one second, and I'll show this one as I can here, just so people can kind of get an idea. So that we'll try and make this one go as quickly as possible as well. So this is another play where again it's like he's not doing it right. And I'll take this one so that we're not doing as much. But in this particular play, he throws this interception to Keely Ringo.
He makes a tackle.
And he does make a tackle. It's a good tackle, but that is horribly underthrown. Like
That never should have been thrown there.
That needs to be in the back of the
double
end zone.
team.
Like it needs to be if he's gonna throw that pass, it needs to be in the back of the end zone. Or out of bounds.
The field.
Yeah. I wish I had the all 22 here, but this would have been.
Screen.
Oh,
he's leaving. He's leaving.
He even has a receiver on the opposite side. Now we don't
good
know
hustle.
What to read. Yeah, he makes good hustle there.
Stream is down again.
Yep. So we'll end this.
Let's just talk. We'll just talk about it, man.
We'll kind of just let it be, I guess.
Can you get the stream back up, or do you have to restart?
It comes back on. It comes back on its own. So
yeah, we should have never closed the first one.
This could just be Kentucky football,
which is strange because it doesn't. They don't pull anybody else's film down.
I know.
But
it's crazy they find a stream like this where it's not like
it's not even a lot of people.
Exactly. It's like, how do they just type in Will Levis and just see who's talking?
It is what it is, man. It don't matter.
We don't even know Will Levis anywhere.
That's why CJ Stroud's better.
He's their quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ, we were able to get through the CJ stuff with no problems. I didn't get taken down for nothing. So
are we live right now?
We're still live, but I don't know if we're any sound
the
is coming
stream's
from the
down.
stream. Yes, it's just saying stream is unavailable.
Let me put the volume on and see if it. That sucks because people are going to click off when they see that.
Can you hear us talking?
Nope. Yeah, there's no one talking.
Once it comes back, we'll be good, and we'll just kind of hit the end points, which I think is just.
We should do a Will Levis mock draft.
No, I'm not doing no mock drafts. But I'll say this: what do you when after seeing? Oh, we're back again. Cool. So now that we're back again, awesome. That's fantastic. So you guys have kind of seen the film. We've gotten to look it over. We've seen some bad from him. We've seen some good. We'll start with Joey. Joey, what do you think? What do you think of Will Levis so far?
So there's a lot of rumors that and the betting favors show that we may be getting Stroud at 2, or not Stroud. I'm sorry, Levis at 2. Out of what I would want, he's still QB4. I have the 4 quarterbacks that I want. I still think he's a first round quarterback. I'm not sure if I like him to us at 2. If he's there at 12, then yeah, it's great value. But he has potential, but he is 2 years older than the other top 3 quarterbacks that I have above him. So it's a little, I don't know. We draft him, I'll be upset at first, but I'm going to back my guy. That's the franchise quarterback. I'm going to root for him until he proves me wrong.
Matt, what you think?
I love how we let the Will Levis go first. Anyway, there's a lot of good there, like you said, a lot of bad. But love his size, love his frame. He's got a big arm, athletic. Pretty much what you look for in a quarterback. But there are some, like, he does have an issue with his velocity. He makes the right read, I want to say, about a good 60% of the time, maybe roughly, if that. And then ball placement isn't the best, as we've seen with the past couple plays so before we got taken down again. But
Oh, you're muted, Matt. We'll move into Ryan then. What do you think of Levis?
I can see the intrigue there, especially with the fact that he's been playing in this system already. So his 2 years older, that's also someone who's going to be able to come in and know the system as a rookie. So that's a big benefit of Levis, is he knows the system.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy for him to pick that up at that point because he knows it. A lot of worrisome stuff. He doesn't know the fade ball, especially when we've seen that fade ball work so well. Actually, work with Mills and Collins,
And we've seen Stroud do it, and we've seen Bryce do it, and they've done it well.
Could it be he doesn't trust his receivers to actually go up for it? Maybe. But still giving them the chance to go up for it and not force a throw, but allow your receivers to get the throw. That's what's worrisome to me about Levis.
Mm-hmm. Matt, you weren't finished before I think your AirPods were dying.
yeah, the AirPod died, but I was pretty much just gonna finish out with something he definitely needs to work on is his accuracy and the trust he has with his receivers and tight ends, and offensive line for that matter, because his feet were way too happy at Kentucky. Hopefully, if we do draft him, then this will be the best offensive line I think he's ever had. So he will come to realize that really quickly, and he'll be able to perform to his highest potential.
I think I agree with all of you guys. He is old, right? He's older than all the other draft picks. I disagree with you though a bit. This is just my opinion here. Disagree with you a bit, Joey, in that he's QB4. I think he's QB3 at the very least, or at the most. I think that's what he is. He should be QB3. And the reason I think he's QB3 is I don't think he has as big of an arm as AR-15, but he absolutely has the skills that AR-15 doesn't have right now. And I like him. Except, the only thing that he has proven to not, well, the fade is one thing that we haven't seen him throw. But what he has done is make every other throw on the field with worse talent, without having receivers, with having bad play calling, with people in his face. He's still able to do these things. That's the only reason I say he's QB3. Now we're gonna watch some film later, and we'll be analyzing that on Anthony Richardson. But I am interested to see just how close these guys are. I will say, just from my own opinion here, I think Stroud's film was considerably better than Levis's. Stroud's film, I had to nitpick a lot to get some bad film out of him. But there was bad film to be had. Levis, there was a bit more. And I think we're going to see similar to even more bad film on AR-15. So it's kind of my thoughts there. I know earlier I had mentioned Levis's potential. What do you guys think? We'll start with Ryan this time. What do you think Levis's potential is?
His potential is definitely QB4 or 5 in this draft, in my opinion. He has the arm strength, but to me that doesn't mean too much. You could have the arm strength but miss every throw. So his potential, I think his potential is probably going to be stuck within the West Coast system And within that, even I don't see him being a top 10 quarterback. I can see him being more like a Kirk Cousins, maybe.
Kirk Cousins routine has been a top 10 quarterback for a minute in the league. So if he's Kirk Cousins, that's top 10. It just might not win you a championship.
Lesser Kirk Cousins, then.
Lesser than
If
Kirk
that's,
Cousins
if that's our definition of Kirk Cousins, then maybe more of a Ryan Tannehill with a better arm.
Okay. Matt, what do you think? This is potential.
I'm gonna say ceiling is Matt Stafford. Floor is Ryan Tannehill.
Interesting. So I think there's a little disrespect on Matt Stafford.
Definitely, but it
because
is what it is.
Because Matt Stafford was a monster. He was a villain in Detroit for a while. He had no help, none, for a long time. Besides, that was it. Just Megatron. Name another receiver on that team. Who was his running back before he got Reggie Bush? Name one offensive lineman that he had on that team.
Listen, you had to come to us on the other side of the ball.
Like that. The only player that we probably remember from that team is Ndamukong Suh.
Yep.
So he didn't have talent around him, and yet he still somehow drug that team to the playoffs twice with good coaching and decent play calling. So I think if he's going to be Matt Stafford, that's a decent level for him. I foresee him. I think his potential is Kirk Cousins. I think that is what you're looking at. Kirk Cousins with a better arm. Honestly, I think he becomes the new Dalton line. I think we stop saying it's the Dalton line. I think we say it's the Levis line, similar to how we do with Andy Dalton. And Andy Dalton had an MVP season for 8 games, and then he fell off like a truck, fell off a cliff halfway through the season. So I think that's what we're looking at with Levis. If we were to draft him, what do you think our plan should be? Like, we know what the plan is with Stroud, right? If you draft Stroud in your first 5 picks, you need to get Jackson Smith and Jigba, and you need to get Luke Weichel. Like, those are, you need to have, if you get Stroud, you need those three players come together. You need a center, and you need his best wide receiver. Done. That should be what you're drafting if you get CJ Stroud. With Bryce, I don't think it matters. What is it with Levis? What do we have to draft with him to make him successful?
We need a true Z. We need a true Z, man. Go for the guy who is extremely speedy, and just because with the arm and the speed, you can try to reform the Holmes Hill kind of connection, but you gotta upgrade that interior for him. I think our running back room might be good enough for the drop options, but I would really put a lot of emphasis in that center and the Zed position.
I think center doesn't matter as much as to who you draft. I think it's just that you get a center.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
What's up, Joey?
I know we all look alike, but I never got to say what I thought, what my will level ceiling was, you know?
True, he
My
did.
bad. My
Skip.
bad. I skipped you.
I love you, Joey.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you for reminding me. What do you think his ceiling is?
So, I don't agree with you. I don't think Kirk Cousins is a top 10 quarterback, first of all. That, I don't think so. But I think, so y'all saying he reminds you of Kirk Cousins. He reminds you of Ryan Tannehill. So I think this guy is a lot more physical and a better runner than these quarterbacks. I think So he reminds me, I hate to say it, but Josh Allen. Josh Allen. But I don't think he's going to be as good as Josh Allen is. I think he's Josh Allen before he got Brian Dable, where he has a super powerful arm. He makes bad decisions, throws a lot of interceptions. And coaching is what's going to really matter for this kid. And when you watch, like, he didn't have a lot of, he had a negative 107 rushing yards, which in college, when you get sacked, it counts as rushing attempts, which is weird. But
in the NFL too.
we didn't see any of the highlights you gave us. We didn't see any of his running plays. But when he runs, he's powerful and he's strong and he'll run you over. He's not scared to run you over. So that the comps that you guys had, I don't see any of those quarterbacks running the way Levis does. So that's why I compare him to Josh, because the only quarterback that's big, physical, and white and runs people over is Josh Allen. That's the only one I could think of. And I just don't. I think he'll be I think his potential is like top 15. But yeah,
I think he'll make top 10 sometimes. And here's my thing. I know everybody says that Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback. But every single year that Josh Allen has been in the league, even when he's had Daboll, Josh Allen falls off at the end of the year. With the exception of once. And that was in the playoffs against the Chiefs. That's the only time he has not fallen off. That he hasn't just died in the playoffs. So, or not even in the playoffs, but in the season. Last year he started out hot. That Bills team was insane. And then he led the league in picks for the last couple of weeks. I think he came in second in interceptions behind Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I think with him losing Daboll really hurt him.
I think that's true. I could see where people see the Josh Allen similarities. I think the reason I say Kirk Cousins hovers around the top 10. He stays in that area, and he routinely gets you to the playoffs. But he never can get you to the big game. He doesn't get you there, which is why the Vikings might be looking for another quarterback. Because they're kind of just stuck in limbo, which is why the Commanders are willing to come off of them.
The Titans too.
The Titans are looking to come off of Tannehill.
Those type of quarterbacks don't win you Super Bowls, man. You need an elite processor. You need someone that's going to win you the big games against big teams. Which
is also why I was saying that the comparison with Matthew Stafford is a bit unfair. There's another quarterback, I think, as well. And I think y'all are going to be like, oh. But people forget that Sam Bradford, when he came out of Oklahoma, was elite. The man was insane. He just couldn't stop tearing his ACL because he kept getting hit there. He had a cannon of an arm. He could put the ball wherever he wanted to. He had great processing. He just unfortunately went to Jeff Fisher and that Rams team, and they couldn't block for nothing. I think he has a little bit of Sam Bradford in him. Not saying Sam Bradford is a great quarterback or a bad quarterback. I just think if Sam Bradford hadn't gotten injured, we'd be talking a bit differently about his career. But he has the skill sets similar to Sam Bradford. I don't think he's the best quarterback. I think he's still QB3. So I think if we draft him, temper your expectations, similar to what I said with CJ a bit, temper your expectations. Don't expect him to come out and be world beating. Yes, he'll be in the same offense, so he'll align to it quicker, but he's not going to beat anybody. But we had been talking about draft plan. Joey, go ahead. What's your draft plan for Levis? What do you think we should do?
If we take him at 2? So my game plan, whatever quarterback, if we take a quarterback at 2, I always think the next 2 picks need to be offense. Just because if you get a rookie quarterback, you want to surround him with as many weapons as possible. So of course my dream pick at 12 is JSN. If Jason's gone, y'all are gonna hate this pick, but I love Bijan. Just because Bijan's a playmaker. He can line up in the slot, he can line up anywhere. He's basically CMC. He's the same type of back. At 33, man, I would either go with the best edge or the best. I think the center class is kind of deep when it comes to like the top 5 centers. You can still grab one in the third, but I like Darnell Washington at 33. I just want to surround my rookie quarterback with weapons. So whatever, Zay Flowers, I don't think he'll make it 33, but if he's there, I'm grabbing him, and we'll see that's
Jalen
my
Hyatt.
offense. Yeah, Jalen Hyatt. A lot of people are, he's like Will Fuller, yes, but Will Fuller kept defenses from being 8 in the box, so he spread the field out.
I like I know Ryan, you kind of mentioned trying to redo what the Chiefs did with Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes out there in Kansas City. I can see that kind of being a thing that the Texans try and do as well with a Mims. I do, or with Mims or Hyatt or somebody that's got speed that's really quick, or trading for someone possibly. I do kind of like the idea of Bijan, but I don't think, the more I've been kind of looking at stuff, I don't know if he makes it to 12. I think he goes. Yeah, I don't know. So that's another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about. I've been seeing rumblings from people of something that I kind of mentioned last week. Out of
Patrick Storm in the house.
Oh, we got Pat with beard
Pat
ratings.
Storm's here?
You know the beard
Jesus.
it's between two people. Ryan and Joey have
It's
the two
Joey,
best beards.
honestly.
It's not
Ryan.
Nah.
It's Joey.
And of course Matt's got the more full beard than me. I've just got kind of a goatee with some scraggly stuff, so it's not.
I at least go all the way down. I just can't get it to go here.
The difference really is the fact that all of y'all decided to wear hats, and I chose to let my hairline be out. So
Jordan.
it is what
All
it
right,
is.
Joey, we're doing this.
What are we doing?
Take off your hat.
Oh man.
Oh,
I still have a hairline. It's a little messy, but my forehead's definitely bigger than yours. Oh, God.
damn, bro.
Ryan, Matt, Jay. Oh man, Pat hates me, bro. I swear.
Had to do it to him.
He's
Thank
a great
you.
man,
I'm
but
honored.
He hates me.
He had to do it to him, I guess.
I'm honored to be running
welcome,
off.
Pat. Welcome in. Yeah, kind of what we're saying. I think for the draft plan for him, one thing I've been kind of seeing on Twitter, and I know it's kind of fake news, but I have been seeing rumblings of Derrick Henry to the Eagles. And if that happens, they no longer need Bijan because that's Derrick Henry. And I kind of mentioned that in my CJ Stroud stuff. So that would be hilarious if that actually happens. Because, if that happens, I think he'll be there at 12. Otherwise, I think the Eagles take him.
Do y'all agree that he's going top 20?
Yeah, I think he'll get. I think the
I don't
pick
think
that
he
he
gets
really
past-
goes to. Yeah, I think the pick he really goes to is the Chargers. I think that's it. He goes to the Chargers, and if he doesn't go to the Chargers, I think he goes to the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys trade up for him.
So I have a buddy that's in the chat right now. His name's Cirque. He's a Cowboy fan, but he's tuning in. He bet me $20 that Bijan's not going top 20. So I think it's an easy $20 for me.
Yeah, sorry, sir. I think you done goofed, bro. Bijan's going somewhere. I said, but what did I say, sir? I said that the Cowboys would trade up for him if he doesn't go to the Chargers. So That would be
Hot take,
in
hot
the
take.
top 20. That's if he falls far enough. I don't think he gets past 20. So, all love for Joey here. All love for Joey. Are there any questions that you guys have? I know we had to split up the film into two different things because the first stream got shut down due to copyright stuff, which didn't happen with Stroud for some reason. Any questions you guys have? Anything you guys want me to kind of talk about while we kind of wrap things up?
How do you guys feel about all the rumors, man? The Texans the past couple seasons have been, ever since Nick Caceres got here, nothing has been leaked. There's been no, like the Stingley thing was like kind of like out of nowhere. Like everyone mocked us, Icky and Evan Neal. Yeah, and Sauce. And then Stingley came out of nowhere. I don't know. I just hope that all these rumors are not true and we take Stroud. Maybe the Panthers mess up and take Bryce, or don't take Bryce, and we get Bryce at 2. That
ideal trade down from 12. Good question.
What is your ideal trade down from 12?
Ooh, this one's a good one because
It depends
I don't know.
on
I
who's
keep
there.
on doing it with the Cowboys when I do mock drafts. But I think the Chargers. I think anyone who's wanting a running back. That'd
If
probably
Jason is there,
so real quick, I don't think this is necessarily true that the Texans, the Chargers, and the Falcons are the only teams that need him. The Cowboys absolutely need him. They just lost Ezekiel Elliott and only have Tony Pollard, who has a broken leg. So, yeah, they absolutely need a running back. The Chargers are about to lose Austin Eckler, so they need him. The Eagles need him because they just lost Miles Sanders. They don't have a great running back. Boston Scott is nothing.
the Titans.
The Titans
trade
need
Derrick
him,
Henry.
especially if they trade Derrick Henry. And there has been talk that he's going to get released. There are plenty of teams that need Bijan Robinson. If somehow I don't think the Panthers have a second first rounder, but let's talk about the Bears. The Bears could go for him. Put him behind.
Oh, they just lost Montgomery.
Yeah, so you're talking about a lot of people could go for him. If we're gonna trade down,
I think repeat Nick's trade last year. Trade from 12 to 14. Patriots.
and just get jumped by the Ravens again. But yeah, I think if we trade down to, I'd almost be willing to let the Chargers trade up. Give me another second and maybe a third. A second or a third. I think the Chargers are 16 right now? 17?
The Chargers are 21.
The Chargers are 21? Ooh.
Yep.
I think they'll trade up. Whoever has that 16 to 17, I think that
16.
is the
16 is Washington, 17 is the Steelers.
What if so there's been a lot of reports that GMs are saying that they don't have a lot of players rated as first round grades. If that's true, it's going to be easy to trade down because a lot of teams are going to try to come up for those guys if they do have first round grades on. But if Jason and Bijan are there, I don't know if I could trade it. Because last year, we have Kyle Hamilton and what was the DT from Georgia that was there?
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis. Both of those guys, a lot of Texans fans wanted both of those. We traded down and both of those guys got taken. So
Kyle Hamilton, literally the pick before us.
Yeah. I remember how high Jordan was on him. And then,
But we got Petrie, and we can't be bad. We can't be mad about that.
Oh,
'Cause
for
Petrie's
sure.
pretty good.
Yeah, Petrie.
To answer your question, Pat, I think it's gotta be 17 is the lowest. I think 16 for me is where I would ideally want to trade down to and maybe get a second in return for that. I think that's
Why, Pat? Why?
there is an 8 balloon there. I didn't even realize that till right now. Or it might be a 2.
So
Keen eye.
I didn't even realize it was there until Pat said something.
Me either.
I didn't either.
Oh, of course, Pat. Why is Pat reserving my background? Come on, Pat.
Gotta blur
that's
it.
hilarious. Cirque, I'm gonna. I agree. I don't think the Eagles value running back as much, but the Eagles, if Brock Purdy does not get hurt, I'm not sure the Eagles go to the Super Bowl. I think they get beat. And they saw CMC on the other side tear him up. And they have an opportunity to go for the next CMC in Bijan Robinson.
What running back do the Eagles even have right now on their roster?
Boston Scott, maybe?
Yeah,
Rashad Penny, Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh, they signed Penny. That's right. But Penny's not even he's always hurt. So I could definitely see them getting Bijan. The thing is, the Eagles have 2 first-round picks, and anytime you have 2 first-round picks with a stacked roster in the top 10, that's a luxury pick. So they can literally take a running back. That's going to be a
running back.
superstar.
It won't matter.
And Bijan's like the best running back prospect since Barkley. So he's a superstar
He's kind of the
type
best
of running
prospect in the whole draft.
back. The best offensive prospect.
Who? Bijan? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, and I said this in the last stream, there are 2, in my opinion, there are 2 S-tier players in this draft. Bryce Young and Bijan Robinson. After that, we go to A+, and that's C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, so on and so forth, JSN. But there's only 2 S-tier.
Oh, for sure.
So running back, the Eagles don't really need a lot of other stuff. Maybe they need to look at center, but they have the luxury to wait.
Yeah.
To draft on that. So why not go for Bijan? I know you're a Cowboys fan, Cirque. I know that's what you like, but bro, I hate to tell you this, Bijan would be really good there if they don't grab Derrick Henry. Yeah. If they do grab Derrick Henry, I hate to tell you this, but the Cowboys are in trouble. That's just the way that cookie crumbles. Any other questions? Any other thoughts that you guys have before we head out?
Last year, Lance Zierlein got our picks correct, so just look out for his latest mock draft before the draft.
Yeah, have you seen that he's been backpedaling on the QB thing? Now he's saying he even came out and said, don't be surprised. He said, what did he say? Don't count Stroud out. He's still there. That's what he said. Which the Stroud thing is so weird. The situation is so weird. Like the reports coming out saying we're not interested in him. I don't see the Texans putting that stuff out, but just kind of weird.
I don't know. I think we should put out we're not interested in anybody and then take somebody just to mess up everybody's draft.
Okay.
Play the mental games.
Never let him see your next move. Is that what you're doing? Be mysterious. Cirque, I like this. You're saying you'd rather have the Eagles take Bijan than get Carter. Great move.
I don't think Carter is going to get all the way down to 10.
Yeah, Carter.
He's a Seahawk.
Yeah. Carter is. Go ahead.
In this mock draft I'm looking at, Jalen Carter goes number 6 to Detroit.
That would be amazing. Him and Hutch on the same line. Man.
You know,
all I'm saying is he's going to bite some kneecaps.
So as I was showing Matt earlier, as you guys can see here, Cubs stuff. I like Chicago. Chicago teams are my other teams because my dad's from Chicago. But I'm slowly but surely starting to like the Lions and what they're doing over there.
I am the same way.
I'm starting to like them. But if Jalen Carter ends up on the Lions, low key, I might have to start. I might have to start rooting for him a bit, because that would be a fun defense to watch. That'd be real fun.
Let me ask
but I actually go for it.
What is y'all's initial reaction if we take Levis at 2? What at the draft party? What is your reaction like? Are you happy? Are you shocked? Are you surprised? Are you?
We getting JSN at 12. No one's going to try to trade up for him now.
That's your reaction.
If we get CJ Stroud at 12, everyone's going to know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
If we get Levis at 2, my reaction would kind of just be, okay, it is what it is. I'm still gonna go to training camp. I'm trying to get as many signatures as I can. I'm still gonna be going all over. I'm still gonna be in my seats at the NRG. But I think it'll just kind of be it is what it is. As to where if it was Stroud or Bryce, I'm gonna be like like freaking out.
Yeah.
How do you think all the other fans are going to react?
Oh, they're gonna boo. They're gonna boo the bejesus out of me. But I like to think I've got somewhat of a level head because what we do here is we like to bring people right back to the middle. So I like to think I have a level head, and it's just it is what it is. Any other questions? Anything else? Anything else y'all want me to talk about before we log off?
I don't think so, my man.
All right, if not,
I love y'all.
Much love to all y'all. Ryan, thanks for coming out, man. It's good to see you again. Joey, it's
Thanks
good
for
to
having
have you
me.
on the pod again.
Appreciate
Always
you
good to have you on. Matt, you're my co-host, partner in crime, Money Matt. Much love for all y'all. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of our info is down below. Feel free to hit us up on Twitter or wherever else. We're always here to talk. We're always here to listen. Or in some
Shout out
cases, like
Pat
Joey
Storm
likes
for sliding through.
Yeah, shout out to Pat Storm for sliding through and rating our beards and asking a great question and noticing that balloon that is up there in Joey's house.
I hate you for that.
You guys know what we do here. We always like to look through the darkness, find a little bit of light, and bring everybody right back to the middle. Hopefully that was able to be done for y'all today. We will catch you next on some AR-15 film review. Hopefully that'll be right before the draft. I don't know if Joey, Ryan, and Matt will be here. I know I will be. Yeah.
Is that an invite?
Heck yeah, it's an invite, man.
Oh,
Wait, what?
All right.
The day before the draft, the AR-15 film
Oh
review.
yeah, I'll be here.
Also, just for everybody else's awareness, going forward, especially after the draft, when we kind of get who we're getting, I know at least I will be looking at film of players that we have drafted,
Same.
so that we can kind of see how they fit in with our system, compare, contrast, see what the Texans should be going forward, and how that should look, and maybe start making our predictions on the final 53-man roster. With that being said, like I said, thank you guys for coming out. We love you. Money Matt, Joey, GM Fanatic. Love you all. See y'all later. Peace.